My friend Rachel spent 6 months wondering why her boyfriend only texted her after 9 p.m. and never made weekend plans until the last minute. Then she found out through Instagram that he'd been dating someone else the entire time. And she was the backup plan. The worst part? All the signs were there, but she ignored them because she didn't want to believe she was someone's second choice. If you've ever felt like you're getting mixed signals from a guy, if you're constantly questioning where you stand, or if something just feels off but you can't put your finger on it, then you need to hear this. Because what I'm about to share will save you months, maybe even years, of wasted energy on someone who's keeping you as their safety net. I'm going to break down the psychology behind why men keep women as backup options, the 3 telltale signs that you're his plan B, and most importantly, what you can do about it once you recognize the patterns. Trust me, by the end of this video, you'll never question your position in someone's life again. Let's be real here. Modern dating has created this twisted marketplace where some people think they can keep multiple options open indefinitely. But here's what's really happening psychologically when someone keeps you as their plan B. Dr. Barry Schwartz's research on choice overload shows that when people have too many options, they become paralyzed and avoid making decisions altogether. But there's something darker at play here, what psychologists call hedging behavior. Essentially, some people keep backup options not because they can't decide, but because they want the security of knowing they won't end up alone if their first choice doesn't work out. It's kind of like keeping your old job while interviewing for a new one, except in this case, you're the old job and someone else is the dream position they're hoping to land. The cruel part? You don't even know you're in a competition. Dr. Helen Fisher's research on attachment styles reveals that people with avoidant attachment, roughly 25% of the population, are most likely to engage in this backup behavior. They want the benefits of connection without the vulnerability of full commitment. So they keep one person close enough to meet their emotional and physical needs while maintaining distance in case something better comes along. That reminds me of the time my sister was dating this guy who seemed perfect on paper. He'd text her good morning every day, take her on nice dates, even introduced her to some of his friends. But something felt off. He never talked about the future, never made her feel like a priority, and she noticed he was still active on dating apps months into whatever they were doing. When she finally confronted him about it, his response was telling. "I never said we were exclusive." Technically true, but emotionally devastating. He'd been treating her like a girlfriend while keeping his options open, and she'd been unknowingly auditioning for a role she thought she already had. The 3 telltale signs you're his plan B sign. 1. You're on his schedule, never the other way. Around this is the biggest red flag that most women miss. If you're always available when he wants to see you, but he's mysteriously busy when you want to spend time together, you're not his priority, you're his convenience. Research from the University of Kansas shows that people prioritize what matters most to them in their time allocation. If someone consistently makes you fit around their schedule without reciprocating, they're communicating that you're optional, not essential. I remember talking to my friend Lisa about this exact pattern. She'd been seeing this guy for 4 months, and every single date was planned around his availability. If his friends called, he'd cancel. If he had a work event, their plans got postponed. But when she asked him to attend her friend's birthday party, suddenly he had conflicting plans. Here's the thing. When someone sees you as their plan A, they make time for what's important to you too. They might not love your friend's birthday party, but they'll go because making you happy matters to them. Plan B. People only show up when it's convenient for them. Sign 2. The relationship has no clear direction or definition. If you've been dating someone for more than a few months and you still don't know what you are to each other, that's not romantic mystery. That's strategic ambiguity. Plan B guys excel at keeping things undefined because it gives them an escape route. Dr. Eli Finkel's research on relationship commitment shows that people who are genuinely invested in someone naturally move toward greater definition and exclusivity over time. But when someone wants to keep their options open, they'll resist labels, avoid conversations about the future, and keep everything intentionally vague. This shows up in subtle ways. He might introduce you as his friend, even after months of dating. He avoids posting pictures of you together on social media. When you bring up being exclusive, he says he doesn't believe in labels, or he's not ready for anything serious right now. But here's what's fascinating. These same guys will often act like boyfriends in private. They'll be affectionate, intimate, even possessive at times. But they won't give you the security of knowing where you stand because that would limit their ability to pursue other options. My cousin Jennifer experienced this firsthand. She was with this guy for 8 months who acted like her boyfriend in every way except officially. He'd stay over most nights, they'd go on trips together, he even had a toothbrush at her place. But anytime she brought up making it official, he'd get uncomfortable and change the subject. You wouldn't believe what happened next. She found out through mutual friends that he'd been telling people he was single the entire time. 8 months of relationship behavior, but he was still presenting himself as available to the world because he was keeping his options open. Sign 3. You feel like you're constantly proving your worth. This is the most emotionally damaging sign, and it's also the most subtle. When you're someone's plan B, you'll find yourself working overtime to prove you deserve their attention and commitment. You'll feel like you're auditioning for the role of girlfriend instead of naturally growing into it. Dr. John Gottman's research on relationship dynamics shows that healthy relationships have a natural flow toward increasing intimacy and commitment. But Plan B situations create what psychologists call intermittent reinforcement. You get just enough attention and affection to keep you hooked, but not enough to feel secure. This creates an addictive cycle where you're constantly trying to earn what should be freely given. You might find yourself being extra accommodating, always available, or bending over backward to fit into his life. Meanwhile, he's not making the same effort because he knows you're not going anywhere. Let me tell you about my friend Sarah. She spent a year trying to prove she was worthy of this guy's commitment. She'd cook for him, cancel plans with friends when he was available, even helped him move apartments. But every time she brought up their relationship status, he'd give her just enough hope to keep her around without actually committing. The psychology behind this is cruel, but predictable. He was getting all the benefits of a relationship without any of the responsibility. And because she was so focused on proving her worth, she ignored the fact that the right person wouldn't make her audition for their love. Here's what makes this behavior so prevalent in modern dating apps and social media have created an illusion of infinite options. People think there's always someone better just a swipe away, so they resist fully committing to anyone. But what's really happening is they're missing out on genuine connection because they're always looking over their shoulder for something better. Dr. Robert Sternberg's research on love shows that real intimacy requires vulnerability and commitment. 2 things that are impossible when you're keeping backup plans. For what it's worth, I think social media makes this worse because it's so easy to maintain superficial connections with multiple people. A guy can be texting 3 different women, liking their photos, sliding into DMs, all while technically not cheating on anyone because nothing is officially defined. The result? Women end up in these confusing situationships where they're getting mixed signals because the guy is literally mixing his signals between multiple people. If I'm being honest, recognizing that you're someone's plan B is painful, but it's also liberating. Because once you see the pattern, you can't unsee it. And once you stop accepting crumbs, you make space for someone who'll give you the whole meal. The way I see it, people who keep backup plans are fundamentally not ready for real love. They're too afraid of missing out on something hypothetically better to appreciate what's actually in front of them. And that's not a reflection of your worth. That's a reflection of their emotional immaturity. At the end of the day, you deserve to be someone's first choice, not their safety net. You deserve someone who's excited about you, not someone who's settling for you until something better comes along. When push comes to shove, the right person will make you feel chosen, not like you're competing for their attention. They'll define the relationship because they want to claim you. They'll make time for you because you matter to them. So here's what I want you to do. If you recognize these signs in your current situation, stop trying to prove your worth and start requiring it. Don't accept vague answers about where things are going. Don't make yourself available for someone who won't prioritize you, and definitely don't stay in a situation that makes you feel like you're not enough. In a nutshell, the best way to handle being someone's plan B is to make yourself unavailable for that role. When you start treating yourself like a priority, you'll attract people who do the same. I want to hear from you in the comments. Have you ever realized you were someone's backup plan? How did you handle it? And if you're currently wondering if you're in this situation, what signs are you seeing? Let's start a conversation about this because I know so many of you are dealing with this exact issue. If this video opened your eyes to some uncomfortable truths, please hit that like button and subscribe for more real talk about modern dating. Remember, you're not asking for too much when you want someone who chooses you completely. Don't settle for being anyone's maybe when you could be someone else's absolutely.